Welcome to the Brick and Mortar Podcast, real talk for real people. I want to go ahead and apologize. I made us into liars. We are not streaming because of what is it? When I go to create, go live, I got this BS answer. So I guess we're not having a stream tonight. So it's a mixed bag. Gonna be a mixed bag episode, a little bit late, but who cares? No one cares.
Damn you, YouTube.
Right? There's some. Oh, I on my other channel, I didn't have any problems. I immediately jumped up and got on to Among Us. Was able to stream that on YouTube, but no, uh, this channel is gotta wait 24 hours. So it's whatever. Now, Frank, Mr. Brick,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm looking at right here is when you go over on this map, it's the Associated Press map, and you can highlight everything, and it shows you the percentage of counties reporting
Mm-hmm.
and the percentage of the votes that each candidate gets in the vote count. Maryland has a 0% reporting with no figures in the vote count, but the check mark is on Joe Biden.
Well,
Tell me.
I think they pretty much. I think that's more of a guess than
They
an
need to keep it.
actual result.
They need to keep it of out of the map.
Yeah. Oh,
So it looks like the
Trump.
13, huh?
Looks like Trump just won Indiana.
Yeah, I gotta re. Yep, 72, 85 to 72 electorals.
Mm.
So this one's gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. So in case anyone's wondering, if you're just listening, I don't know if anyone does just listen, but this one has some visuals. Didn't want to do anything about the election without some visuals, and we can watch Florida turn pink and Georgia. Arkansas is a heavy red.
Mm-hmm.
God bless Arkansas. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's some pretty cool stuff. We're gonna be talking about this election bullshit, and gonna be talking about how I'm not supposed to use bad words, and some video games from our past that have influenced who we are as gamers. Because this was, you know, gaming is supposed to be what this is about sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Indeed.
what what do you got in mind? What games do you have on your list? What are your top three most influential? May not be the most fun, but the most influential games of your life.
Ooh. First three, gonna have to say, in no particular order: Super Mario Brothers 3, and then Dungeons and Dragons: Eye of the Beholder, and then Oregon Trail, also on the PC. Would have to be the games that really drove me to be a gamer.
Eye of the Beholder, Dungeons and
Mhm.
Dragons.
Yes, that is a great, great game. It plays a lot like Doom
Yeah.
or Duke Nukem, but you have a group that you have to equip with, items and stuff, and you'll end up finding them all throughout the game. And there's like hidden doors everywhere. It's a lot of fun.
It's a Game Boy Advance. title and the
Well,
Super Nintendo title.
it was on the PC when I played it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, back before Game Boy Advance and Super Nintendo were a thing. Well, maybe Super Nintendo was a thing, but I didn't have one. I never really owned a Super Nintendo. Oh, I
Oh
had an
man.
NES and then a Sega Genesis, and then I had a 64, and then just about every PlayStation. Yeah, I kind of missed out on GameCube and Dreamcast.
I had a
Oh,
GameCube, and I don't really know why I did. I had a GameCube. I had no what I don't know. I don't think I actually no. I didn't have a GameCube. I had the Dreamcast.
hmm,
Actually, they're pretty similarly shaped.
yeah, yeah.
But
I think the Dreamcast had a weird kind of boxy shape. It was a little more spread out in the front.
yeah, they're both pretty square.
Yeah.
Man, I had this game that I absolutely loved. It was called Defender, and it was uh, it was one of those first person dogfighting games for space. And dude, you could just tear up your enemies. I mean, it was very simple controls, but I mean, it's nothing like Elite Dangerous.
Hmm.
Like, have you played Elite Dangerous? Man, talk about landing your ship. It is a day job until you get a hold of it. it's it's actually remember I invited you to the Jayco uh, regiment in Call of Duty. The
Hmm.
Jayco's uh, main game is Elite Dangerous, and we have a whole group of systems that we control. Our faction is in the game, and it was placed in game by the developers.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I think those days are actually over with now because they got the squadrons in game these days, which are the
Hmm.
in-game player groups. But since it's such a small and close team of developers that run Elite Dangerous, um, it was you were able to write to them and get your faction put in if you had enough people.
Mm.
There's also a whole ton of uh, online resources for Elite Dangerous as well.
Such as?
I'm talking about market data, uh, trade routes, trade data. I already said that.
Hmm.
The best place to find resources, to buy resources, sell resources. The best place to find high paying sightseeing missions, which is something I really enjoyed.
Sightseeing mission. What's that?
Well, it's basically an excuse to explore. You'll have to have passenger cabins, and the more passenger cabins, you know, yeah, you could have capacity or luxury. You could go two different ways. You can get the higher class cabins, which take bigger and higher class compartments, and you get like these digital people to load up on your ship, and then you'll go to certain places and scan a beacon here and there, and you can see some really crazy stuff when it's all said and done. We're at 119 to 91 now. Joe Biden's in the lead somehow.
Yeah.
Finally got some results for Maryland. Joe
Yeah, and
Biden,
Trump's winning.
yeah, Trump's winning it, but hasn't won it yet. Only 1% is reporting, apparently.
And it's funny because you click on Virginia and you see like three, oh, four little blue spots, and it's claiming to be blue, and all the rest is red, red or pink.
Yeah, 38% of Virginia, according to this one, is like 717,000 votes versus Trump's 1,054,000, and yet it's still pretty dark blue. Or,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess that's light blue. It actually looks kind of green to me. But let's give this another refresh. Anyway, as I was saying, it's not the best way to see the crazy sights in Elite Dangerous, but it's a good way to see quite a few of them, and it's a good way to make some money if you don't mind just flying around. And you'll be mostly in Super Cruise the whole time, so
Super Cruise.
yeah, that's going really fast.
Oh, warp speed.
Just about. You jump, then you got Super Cruise, and then you got real space, which is where is where you fight. Super Cruise is like you get in a crack between real space and witch space, because
Hmm.
that's what they call the dimension that you jump through in Elite Dangerous is witch space.
Which space?
Yeah, and there's a lot of lore. There's novels and stuff like that I haven't gotten into. I like to mine and basically be a space trucker because I'm a big Aliens fan.
Hmm.
And but I'll go get I have an anaconda. I'll go get a pilot and oh, what's it called? And basically, like a little fighter ship. Yeah, I'll go get a pilot and a fighter, and I'll jump out in a fighter ship and and leave my main vessel on the outskirts of dogfights.
Hmm.
I tell you, I played that game for quite a while, uh, but man, there was a day that I spent 6 hours trying to find a a class A FSD, a size 6, which is pretty big.
Hmm.
So I spent 6 hours trying to find it with the online resources telling me where it's supposed to be, and I really haven't picked it up in any good capacity since. Now I need to because we have a super cruiser, or no, we have a carrier, a fleet carrier, and I could contribute to the fleet carrier, but I don't know, man. Every time I start it, I get anxious. I was like, this is gonna be my whole day, and I'm not even gonna get much done. So there's no way. Only 9% of Pennsylvania. Now let me tell you, Mr. Brick, about a game called Run Like Hell. Dude,
Sounds interesting.
this game is how I learned about Breaking Benjamin, right?
Hmm.
I'm gonna pull it up. Ooh. It's also a Pink Floyd song,
Hmm.
and that's all I'm pulling up is Pink Floyd. All right, Run Like Hell Xbox. Yeah, was it really on the original Xbox?
Mhm.
Man, this game was so good. I really enjoyed it. It was like Resident Evil meets Dino Crisis with good controls. Oh man, this game. You had like you could upgrade your weapons, and you didn't have to upgrade all your weapons. You could upgrade some of your weapons. It was a third-person shooter. Um, it had some puzzles in it, and it had times where you had to run like hell. Man, I really enjoyed this game. I did not know it was on the PlayStation 2 as well, and was released by Capcom. See, I didn't pay attention to all the stuff like that. You know, in Japan, the PlayStation 2 version was released by Capcom. Okay, it's set on a Run Like Hell is set on a space station in the distant future, and they break it up with it features the voice talents of Lance Henriksen. He looks familiar. Thomas F. Wilson. He's a musician and podcaster. Clancy Brown. He was Kurgan in Highlander. Okay, it's Sergeant Zim in Starship Troopers and Mr. Krabs in SpongeBob. What?
Interesting.
Oh, dude, Catherine Janeway, the Catherine Kieran Maria Kate Mulgrew. Jesus, just I was trying to read her full name. She played Janeway, dude, on Voyager, which is one of my second favorite Star Trek.
That'd have
Man,
to be one of definitely my first favorite.
oh yeah, and
Yeah, I liked it over Enterprise. The
uh
Enterprise would have to be my second favorite.
oh with
It'd
Captain
probably
Archer.
be yeah,
Yeah, the
Captain Picard.
no, that was the Next Generation.
Oh, I was thinking about the ship. To
Yeah,
the
oh
next
yeah.
generation.
Oh man, we could get into a whole discussion on which Enterprise was in which one, but Voyager didn't have an Enterprise. I don't believe it had something else.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think she was like almost competing with Picard. I want to say it was a spin-off based off of one of the characters. They got transferred to the other ship.
We should definitely go into some Star Trek.
Oh yeah, I could talk Star Trek.
Yeah, see,
I can't
but
start. I can't talk Star Wars.
I can talk Star Wars. It's usually rage and rage and sorrow all mixed in the one, but especially
That's all.
since it has officially came out, they didn't have any plans with the sequel trilogy, and it's horrible. It's a horrible look. The plot of this game. Oh yeah, it also had Michael Ironsides as the voice talent, which
Oh, okay.
yeah, I like him too. I just wish it had God, what's his name? He played Marcus Phoenix and Jake the Dog. That would have been great. Uh, dang, what is his name? He's one of my favorites. I can always recognize his voice. I'm gonna look it up.
You should look it up.
Jake the Dog. Blah blah blah. John DiMaggio.
Mm.
Yeah, I like him. He's great. It blew my mind because I hadn't played when I became a fan of Adventure Time. I hadn't played a Gears game in a while, and then my friend Code got me to play one, and I was like, man, this dude's voice sounds familiar. So I looked it up. See, look at this. The on the Wikipedia for Run Like Hell under gameplay, it says the gameplay in Run Like Hell is most similar to that of the later titles in Resident Evil series, with the player controlling a character from a third-person perspective. Enemies can be locked onto when firing, and while reloading weapons is still required. Most of the weapons have infinite ammo. Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty. They were energy based and recharged or something. Some of them were. The game also featured a number of chase sequences in which the player must flee from an invincible foe while dodging the obstacles in their path, both with the analog sticks and face buttons. They didn't have to say face; you could have said regular buttons. In these sections, the player must use the analog stick to move around obstructions like crates and boxes and through narrow pathways. If a gap or low clearance is ahead, the game will prompt the player to push a specific face button to jump or duck. Did you hear that? I mispronounced specific.
Specific.
If the player takes too long to navigate the sequence, the enemy will catch the player and they'll have to replay the sequence. Ugh. Forest fires again. I just got a notification from another Discord.
Oh,
Yeah, it's one of the. Which Discord is it? Where is it? I don't know. F it. The the plot was mining surveyor and former war hero Nicholas Connor returns. Get out of here! Notifications. Thought I had these turned off. Returns to his space station, known as the Forsetti Station, to find it overrun by a hostile, previously unknown alien species, simply known as the Race. And they were a lot like the Thing from the Thing, because you couldn't really tell who was taking over.
right.
And that's when I learned to try to kind of keep my emotional distance from. Dude, Donald Trump just surpassed Joe Biden in Maryland. Biden's at 40% and Donald Trump's at 57% with 3% reporting. But it's still blue. So I guess they're going to keep what was blue from last one
Yeah, probably.
blue until the end of it.
Yeah, until Trump actually beats him. It just sucks because, like, they're saying Biden already won New York.
Yeah, New York has 7% reporting according to the Associated Press.
Right. Ohio has 60% reporting. Oof. Dang you, Ohio. And it's crazy. It's the big cities that are voting Biden. Everything else is voting Trump.
Yeah. Like Joe Biden's got 119 electoral votes they've counted so far, even though, according to this, Maryland hasn't even had more 4% reporting yet. And Joe Biden has 48.3% of the votes, and Donald Trump has 50.4% of the votes with 23 million opposed to 22.8 million. And Joe Jorgensen, who I was going to originally vote for until she bent the knee super hard, has a total 1% of the votes so far, which is way more than I thought she would at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
So it's still a race between Trump and Joe. But if some of these weird states decided F it all and went with Joe Jorgensen, she could probably pull this, but I doubt it.
Shoot. Yeah.
90% of Florida has reported, and it's 51.2% for Trump as opposed to Biden's 47. So why did I say 70? 47.9%. And so far Georgia's red as well. But they're saying Pennsylvania has 64% of the vote for Biden, but only 11% reporting. So this is going to be a long wait, man.
Mm.
Man, I didn't take Trump serious. I knew for a fact last race that Hillary was not gonna win, but I didn't know that Trump would. I felt like, and you probably heard me say it. Trump is the kick in the teeth that we needed, right?
Yes.
And I thought he would be, but I never experienced, which is true. I never have, and I never expected him to come out with these. What is it? 5 so far. 5 historic peace deals in the Middle East, with all these countries wanting to officially recognize Israel. Right? Is it Israel?
Right.
Yeah, Israeli Jews, and among a lot of Muslims, that's got to be a scary place to be. But it's just absolutely nuts that I've always heard. Oh, Israeli this, Israeli that, blah blah blah. Palestine this, Palestine that. Always fighting with each other, and no one wants to recognize Israel as a state or a country or whatever. And now that all these countries are just coming out of the woodwork, and okay, apparently Saudi Arabia wants to join the pact as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, which that would be like the most historic out
Yeah.
of all that so far, and would be
You,
absolutely insane.
I think at about 8:30 we will see another major update, and then 9 o'clock is when we'll see all those other Western states
Yeah.
start reporting.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. Wyoming has 0% reported, but Trump already won it.
Ooh, our Senate race is a lot closer than I thought it would be so far. It says out of the 32% reported, Tom Cotton has a 62.5% chance, or it has 62.5% of the votes, and Ricky Harrington Jr., who I voted for, has, well, it just ticked up. All right, 63.1, and Ricky Harrington Jr. has 36.9. And for those that don't know, Ricky Harrington Jr. is the uh, libertarian candidate for Arkansas Senate.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Nice.
if that would be great to have for us to be kind of a gold state.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely enjoy that. Because one of the first things he's going to try to do is lower our taxes and
Yeah.
like our state taxes, and also probably try to get rid of uh, the mandatory minimums in the state court system, which would be cool, for nonviolent. Like, I like libertarianism and all that, but it's just not. It's a utopia type thing. It's
Yeah.
just, yeah.
Holy mackerel, there are 53 districts in for the U.S. House of Representatives in California.
Really? Oh yeah, California is just way too big. How many are there? Well, Texas has like 14 seats or something. So far,
Yeah, but
Republicans.
California 53.
So far, Republicans are having a good run on them in the House.
Yeah,
So far, it's 57-39. I would like to see a whole lot of fresh faces. So
yeah. I'd like to
especially
see Joe Collins win over Maxine Waters in District 43.
or where California.
Yeah, I'd like to see Maxine Waters get out of there.
Yeah, I thought this might sound dumb, but yeah, I don't really know who Maxine Waters really is. I thought she was like some kind of host, but I could be thinking of Rachel Maddow.
Yeah, yeah. Rachel Maddow is the host. Maxine Waters is the representative.
Yeah. Well, I think when this is said and done, the Democrats are gonna be like, "Whew, I'm glad we didn't get the popular vote thing going." But like with 57.7% of the vote as of this map, which is the Associated Press, as I've said, in Maryland, look, and it being counted towards Joe Biden, who has 40.6% of the vote. I don't, I don't like it. It's dirty games. I think.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a lot of just suggestion or what they think might it, prediction. That's the word I was like.
Yeah, but they got him as one. You know,
Yeah,
because it's
yeah,
got a blue and a red for the win, and it's got light blue and light red, I think, for the leads, and gray for the no results. And even if it's at 3%, Maryland is still being led by Donald Trump right now. And Donald Trump's also what's MF?
MF.
Maine. Oh,
Oh,
that's
MF.
an E. It's cut off by the state line. Maine's got a Trump lead, so you know I think Trump's gonna have to pull out of here with over 300 to win tonight. But I'm definitely gonna be watching this for the next few, however long it takes to get to the thing. Anyway, have you ever played a game? No, it's not that big a deal, but it's super legendary. You know, uh, Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic.
No, I have not.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir. I have
How?
not played. I've never really had much interest in Star Wars.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've
Um,
never. Well, see, everything I do get into is typically something somebody showed me or somebody put me on to, and I've never really had anybody put me on to Star Wars like that.
uh, I'm looking in your PlayStation store right now, sir.
I'm fairly certain I have it.
Now, I started out with Star Wars in the with the original movies, and that's when I fell in love. And it does not look like y'all have Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic in the game.
I might not.
Man, I would buy it for you right now if they were there. You'd have both of them waiting. They're so good. Like, you heard of Darth Revan, and I know you have, right? Please tell me you have.
Darth Revan.
Yes.
Was he in the first three?
No, no. He's in the Old Republic, thousands of years before Anakin was even born.
Oh, no.
Man, it's well the nice. Oh, ooh. I'm gonna have to find them and let you use my 360 to play them. They're really good. They're really good games. I'm not gonna spoil them for you. People listening probably already know all about them, but they're so good. It's they're RPGs. You know, you can name your character, but a spoiler alert, you turn out to be dude, and you're basically on a path to redemption because that's what Darth Revan's path is. It's one of redemption, and like man, it's one of those ones where you walk your character around, and then when a fight breaks out, it doesn't go to a different scene or a different screen or anything, but you have a menu that pops up and it does a pause unless you set it not to. And it lets you select your target, and then once you hit that, the it keeps you auto attack with a basic attack until you pick a different attack to use. It's not one where you push a button and you swing a lightsaber.
Right.
It's definitely gonna need you to check that out. It's so good. Like the
Now,
story is amazing.
I did play Star Wars The Force Unleashed, but I didn't understand most of the
What?
story, I suppose.
Yeah. Uh, Star Killer was a weird thing because it was canon, wasn't canon at the time, all at the same time.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a clone of Anakin or something. Or, no, it was Darth Vader's apprentice, and he kept making clones of the guy. Which
Mm,
actually kind of breaks the lore of Star Wars because, like, the Emperor in the EU, the expanded universe, kept jumping from clone to clone, but his force powers, clones weren't really suited for that. Their bodies couldn't hold it up because they weren't natural. So it would completely deteriorate the body within a matter of a couple decades, as opposed to almost a century.
hmm.
And yeah, man, I can't believe. Uh, oh, I got on uh, Call of Duty with you earlier.
You did?
Yeah, I joined your thing, but every time I try to join you, it were you playing Ground War?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, kept putting me in different lobbies, but saying that I was in the lobby, but I couldn't see your
Yeah,
name or nothing.
that's weird. Yeah, I saw you. By the time I saw your invite, it wouldn't let me join you. It wasn't saying you were on.
See, they're playing dirty games. Biden's votes keep ticking up, but Donald Trump's votes or
Yeah.
electoral do not. But he's got, well, all these places haven't got done reporting yet,
Right.
and
And
it's
they're already calling races from certain places.
like what map are you looking at?
Associated Press on Google.
Oh yeah, so we're on the same map.
Yeah.
Was that the one you've always been looking at?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is indeed.
I think it's gonna be dirty dealings.
Yeah, because Trump has 59,000 or 57% of the votes in Maryland, but they're saying Biden has it.
Yeah, which is
Oh,
and yeah, um, he's got 57% of the votes, 57% of the votes in Virginia, but it's still saying Biden has it.
yeah.
Like, are these electoral college dudes just saying what they want to say? He's got 57%, 53 in Wisconsin. Not much. He's got 32 in Minnesota, but it's only 9% reported.
Yeah. And see, it's like they're holding off on giving him Florida and Georgia, because if they give him Florida, he'll pass Biden. They give him Texas, like he should be getting.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty close in Texas at 64% reported,
Yeah,
apparently, which is crazy. I didn't think Texas would get so blue, but it's shaded red
all
for
throughout.
yeah, so, but they need to just go ahead and give him Florida. There ain't no way Biden's going to win Florida.
Mm-mm.
But I guess we'll just have to see, man. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
But see, 29 votes in Florida would put Trump at 131.
They need to go ahead and break it down, which electoral votes that they've given.
121. Yeah.
And see, they're doing the same thing with Trump too. Wyoming, with its 3 electoral votes, has a check mark for Donald Trump, but it's not showing me anything. Well, it says
Yeah,
0.
it's not showing me anything either.
It's awful. Ugh. Messed up.
South Carolina,
What about it?
29%. It has
Oh,
29% reported, but Trump's winning.
yeah. And he's got that check mark. They need to take those check marks off until they're at least 80% reporting.
Hmm. Wow, Biden's winning North Carolina,
Yeah,
83%.
I would put that a check
Ooh.
mark, but not Maryland.
I
But
don't know though.
I still see
It's
Donald
still,
Trump having 315 to whatever whatever's left.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
think as soon as 9 o'clock hits, we're gonna see California go straight to Biden.
well, yeah, they should already
And
color that in with like a purple, or not even purple, like the navy blue. It should almost be black.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like no red whatsoever.
What we need is for people in Oregon, Nevada, and Arizona to get all their little jackhammers and go stand on that border for a while. You know what I mean? Put some car jacks in the cracks and start winching that sucker out there into the ocean.
Yep. Let it
Cal-
secede.
So see this one, yeah.
Right.
Y'all go be fanny bandits elsewhere, little pirates, dude.
Enjoy all your homeless people.
They want a social credit system based on race, gender, and what's it called? That thing where people say that they're not binary. Identity.
Oh,
Basically based on identity.
that's so dumb.
Which I'll be safe. And you could too. Like I'm bisexual. I can get my DNA test done and it'll show how Native American I am. And I'll be good. Because I won't be a single white male. But any single white male out there, good luck getting after Biden's done, good luck getting a loan. Even with high credit, you could have a 900 credit score. And as soon as that thing takes over, boom, you're at like 650 because you're a
Yeah.
single white male or a straight white male.
Straight white male. Hate myself.
Yeah. So I had this dude on Twitter. He said that he listened to one of my podcasts, which I know he's a liar. And oh, New Mexico and Colorado just went blue.
Yeah.
That's gross. I'm about to start tallying up these red states to see what's going on.
Yeah.
But so what was I saying? I had Taco Bell. It slowed down my brain,
Yeah, the
bro.
Belgian.
What was I saying?
Yeah, I think they're faking most of these numbers.
There's a big chance. But I'm gonna add up all these tally marks for Biden real quick.
Yeah, because tonight we're not gonna know the actual numbers tonight
No, they're
because
gonna
of all.
make it to where we won't be able to.
Yeah,
It won't be can he eke out a victory. It'll be are they even gonna tell us?
right. Is there any way they can swing it to make it look like Biden actually wins? Because they don't want us to know. And my buddy brought up a really good point. There's already people like planning a coup to like if Trump wins to block the White House.
Trump's already in the White House.
Well, yeah, but he has to be inaugurated and whatnot.
Yeah, but that happens on the 10th of January.
Right. We'll see if he wins. They're planning on like you know blocking a whole bunch of shit, like taking over government buildings and whatnot. Like there's like hundreds of people signing up to do this crap.
Yeah,
If
and
this,
super leftists.
yeah, and see if they do indeed start going through with it, that that very well could cause that 10-day blackout, just so the NSA can go in and figure out who the hell is doing all this stuff. What's actually going on here?
See, a lot
So,
of these that I'm counting that they counted towards Joe Biden have
mm-hmm.
Trump leads.
Mm-hmm. Like with New York, they already called it, but Trump's oh well shit. Trump only has 25% of the vote. but it's only 18% reported, and they've already called it for Biden.
So apparently, if you add up all the check marks,
Hmm.
well, I missed a few. That you get 160 so far. Dang it! This
For
newfangled
for
mouse of mine.
for just Trump.
No, for Biden. He has the least amount of states I had to go through. Like the blue is the least amount of states I had to go through, except for the 13, the original 13. I guess you'd
Yeah,
call them the ones that are the sidebar states. But
New England.
like Rhode Island's Trump right now, and it's still got Joe Biden check mark. But Trump's got
Yeah,
a 54% vote.
same in Maryland.
Yeah.
Trump has a massive lead in Maryland.
And does District of Columbia really get to vote? Like, have electoral votes? Because they're supposed to stay out of stuff. That's why it's
Yeah,
not a state or a part of a state. Because it prevents the executive branch from showing too much, showing favoritism. You know, because there is
well,
no
it gets
favoritism.
it gets 3 electoral votes.
Because of people.
Hmm. And apparently, it has 93% uh, for Biden with 131,000 votes
Yeah.
to 7,000 votes for Trump.
That's crazy. I wonder what kind of taxes you got to deal with in DC. Like when you go
Probably
to
a
do
lot.
your taxes.
Hmm, I'd hate to know. I'd hate to live there.
Oh yeah, me too. Apparently it's some big old esoteric um, symbol,
Yeah.
like supposed to be some kind of. Let's look. Let's look at DC from a map. What do they call it? Washington.
Yeah. The District of Columbia.
Yeah.
Columbia. Ooh, Texas just turned pink. 64% reported. Dude, if Trump wins Texas and Florida, he's pretty much got the.
I don't see what
Ooh,
these crazy people are talking about, but it does got a lot of weird stuff in it, like streetwise, a lot of diagonals
yeah.
and circles. Is my screen too bright or something? Like, what the hell? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was looking at it from the wrong angle. It's like, Jesus. Oh, yeah, this is weird. Now that I can actually see, it's so weird. Because right in the middle of the word Washington is where there's like this big old intersection. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 6-way intersection or 6-point intersection. I would not want to live there. That's for
Right.
sure. It's so
Dude, it's
weirdly
so.
placed too.
Like,
They
Rhode Island has 4 electoral votes that they're trying to give to Biden.
yeah,
So, 4 you can knock off of his 129 and give to Trump. That's 96. And then you count the 10 from Maryland. Pretty sure it's 10. Yeah,
yeah.
the 10
It's
from
definitely
Maryland.
gonna be Trump.
Yeah, 119 to.
because it's at 60 cents. Trump's got 50.1% of the vote in Texas. I'm sure he's gonna get that. He's gonna get Kansas. He's
Yeah.
he's got Oklahoma and Arkansas. Even though Arkansas is only at 52% reporting, is that like 52% of the districts reporting or what?
Mm, it might be. Mine says 53, but
Mm.
it very well could be. It said Arkansas only gets 6 votes.
Yeah, I think Arkansas should have more, especially if Missouri is getting 10.
Yeah. We produce a lot of the rice.
See, Virginia, I really do not like Virginia right now because that's obviously Trump territory, and it's still deep blue. Can you hear that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hear what?
That noise.
Mm-mm.
It's picking up on my on my end. It's picking up the. I'm gonna go shut this door real quick. Start talking and don't stop till I get back.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm looking at Virginia, and it's saying Trump has 54% of the votes and 100 or 1.25 million, over a quarter, a million and a quarter actual votes.
Did you say anything important?
No, no, not really.
Oh man. Oh yeah, this guy on Twitter said that he listened to my podcast and he's like, I don't know who wasted their time more, me listening to it or you making it. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I noticed he had music. Some of his music sucked. Like the lyrics didn't make any sense. The and You couldn't even hear him hardly over his guitar. But he had one song that was really good. It's kind of my alley. Uh, it's called Skies. So I told him I would, I like to kill him with kindness. I told him that I would suggest his music that I liked to my friends. So yeah, that's where it is, right there. Just did it.
It counts.
Yeah, I can't tell you his name right now because I don't know it. See, here he is, Tim Tim Reinhawk. You can find him at bandcamp.com. He's a super I want to be edgy type looking dude,
Mm.
but his music's pretty good. I'm looking at Twitter right now. Gonna see what old Donald J. Trump's saying. Elections results might be delayed. Blah blah blah. We didn't we didn't have to change the rules for something so dumb.
Right. If only they cared about us instead of themselves and their wallets.
Yeah.
I really wish today's generation didn't really have so much instant gratification. You know, there
Yeah.
there's not much time and effort put into stuff anymore. I don't know.
You know, uh, I wish I didn't experienced so much instant gratification growing up myself, but fuck it, dude.
Yeah.
Like I did what I did. Blah blah blah. But this I knew this would go and be a bust. I'm kind of glad we're not live.
Yeah.
Um, all right, dude, check this out. I love Luke Daniels. I love the way he talks. You know, I love the voices he can do. I love it. You need to check out this book called Advent. It's the Red Mage series. The second
Hmm.
book for the Red Mage series is Temper, Temper, and they're really good. It, I mean, oh my goodness. And I think I'm getting into this kick of literary RPGs, which is, I don't know how to explain it except, like these people end up in an RPG, but it's not an RPG, it's their life. They just have an interface that they can interact with, slots that they can put skills in. I mean, I'm listening to one called something Full Murder Hobo, and
Mhm.
uh, the series name is Murder Hobo, and something is the name of the first book, and it's really good. Uh, it's more of a fantasy type, you know. Well, it is a fantasy type because it's back in the low tech fantasy um, style of world, and
Hmm.
like the main character was a boot, like a not a bootmaker, but a what's it called?
A shoemaker?
No, leather worker. Yeah. Oh, Republican Party lost one seat so far.
Uh-oh. Hopefully Pelosi loses her seat. That's all I
Well,
really care
where
about.
is she at?
California.
Well, I'm in the Senate right now. There's the
Oh,
House.
she's in the 12th district.
No results yet. So,
Yeah. We won't get results for California until 10.
yep. It's Shahid Buttar or Nancy Pelosi. I won't give her that eye.
Yeah. I'd like to see Shahid win. I don't know anything about what he's running for, but anything's better than her.
uh, I know it's dirty dealing, no matter what it is.
Yep.
Man, I don't.
Necessary evil, yes.
Ricky Harrington ain't gonna.
No, probably not.
See, why does it say that it's 54% reporting, but Associated Press has called this race?
Yeah, it's not very clear when you click that learn more button. It's all very vague.
And this is it's poppycock. Like 4% reporting on Maryland,
Yeah.
59% to Trump. The Associated Press has called this race with 4% reporting and 59% of the votes going to Trump.
Hmm.
How do they call the race so early?
Yeah, when you click on the learn more, who calls racist?
The Associated Press shouldn't be calling a race. Damn it. I keep trying to go into my Gmail, and I don't want to do that. This is making me mad. We're just going to have to see what happens.
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
there's going to be lawsuits.
Very,
I
very,
want to
very,
sign
very.
up for a flipping lawsuit at this point. North Carolina's a neck and neck stretch right now. They're both at 49%. Joe at 49.5 and Donald Trump at 49.3. But let me click on it. Oh, the Associated Press hasn't called this race? Why not, huh? Oh, they called this race up in Virginia with 53% reporting in, and Donald Trump with a 53% vote lead.
Yeah, yeah.
And here's
I think it
Maryland.
has.
Dude, this is this is trash. Straight trash. They should wait till all the reporting is done.
Yeah.
I don't care if they were doing it the other way around. If there's still over 50% of the votes to come in, of the
Yeah.
reporting
If
to be
Biden,
done. Like they called it Illinois at 33% chance. And Biden's winning in that. But still, 33% chance or 33% reporting in.
yeah, that only 900,000 votes count. There are millions of people living there.
Yeah, and I think the reporting in part has got to be the counties reporting their findings.
And
And
even so,
in Michigan, Donald Trump's in the lead, but they're not going to call that at 33%. The same thing, Wisconsin and Michigan. Trump's in the lead for
yeah.
both of those.
And then you look at Florida.
Yeah, 91% chance. We have not called this race.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Trump's winning by quite a margin, almost 400,000 votes.
yeah.
I'm proud of Florida. A lot of people voted there.
Oh, yeah. There's all them Cubans that were getting harassed by Black Lives Matter and the
Hmm.
Hispanics being forgotten about by Joe.
Yep. Well, no, he tried. He did. He played that Despacito
He played
song. Remember?
Despacito, and from what I hear, it was Justin Bieber's version,
Yeah.
which,
Despacito.
if that's not insulting, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised they haven't called the race for New Hampshire because it's at 25% and Biden's got a lead. Why don't you call that Associated Press? Associated Trash. Jesus, man. And I'm here on my. Made it to my flipping Gmail
I wonder
account.
what Fox says.
What does Fox say?
What does the Fox say?
That's absolutely ridiculous. How does Maryland become a win for Joe at 4%? I
It
want to be
doesn't.
I want to be angry at the Associated Press right now. I don't want to be angry at anyone right now. I'm gonna take to Twitter where no one listens to me. Be like, at Associated Press, you suck.
Learn how to do your job the way I imagine your job being.
You can't spell Associated Press without ass.
Ass press.
How how do you call a race with 4%? See, something changed. Now Maryland's got 14% reporting in, which boosted Joe up to 75% of the vote.
Hmm.
Hey, the gap's starting to get wider in Florida.
Yeah, the gap's getting nice.
It just updated again. It's 9 o'clock. Wyoming is 1% reporting in, put Trump in the lead for 71. Bet you anything, if Joe Biden was getting reported to be at 71% on a 1% reporting, they would go ahead and called it.
All right.
Oh yeah, Texas is going red. Yeah, it's 50.5 to 48.2. I wasn't that wide earlier. Yeah, we're gonna wake up in Trump's America again. Thank God.
Mm-hmm. Thank God.
Heck, the popular vote's even getting wider. In the popular vote, Donald Trump's got 1 million over Biden.
Yeah, I believe that.
The swing states. Uh, so in the swing states, Biden's got 3 of them, and Trump's got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, and we're waiting on Iowa's first results to come in soon.
At 10 o'clock.
At 10.
Yeah, I
Uh,
believe so. Oh, maybe it was 9.
oh well, we're gonna have to do some real work for the next episode, man.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna call it on this one because I'm not. My butt hurts. Not gonna lie. So this
All right.
chair is
Well,
killing me.
here's a dad joke for you.
Okay.
I knew a guy who collected candy canes.
Yeah.
They were all they were all in mint condition.
Uh, you didn't make me cringe too hard.
Okay, well, here, let me try one more time. Why why does the chicken coop only have 2 doors?
Why?
Because if it had 4, it would be a chicken sedan.
Yeah. Okay. You got that one. Oh my goodness. I just want to face palm. All right, everybody. I hope y'all enjoyed this raggedy episode, which should have been a live stream. But as I said before, we got this. So,
Thanks, YouTube.
yeah. I hope that didn't get caught. Did you hear that?
I did.
Yeah.
Thanks, YouTube.
Bye, everybody.
You
Like, share, subscribe.